San Marino are the worst nation in world football. The European nation has won just one game in their entire history, and that was 20 years ago in 2004. Their official record is 1 win, 8 draws, and 193 losses. And with a population of just over 33,000, there are slim pickings on talent. Well, today, that all changes. Today, I will take San Marino from a laughingstock to the world's best nation. Through the power of mods, we have got San Marino into EAFC 24, and it's our mission to make them the world's best nation. But a problem with taking over San Marino is they have 0 players in the game. That's just how bad they are. So priority number 1 is to actually get some San Marino players into the game, because until we get to that point, we're going to have to forfeit all of our European and World Cup qualifiers. And I have selected Melbourne City from the A-League as the club that we're going to develop San Marino in. They've got a respectable budget in a league where there isn't a crazy amount of high-rated players. So I want to absolutely flood the database with San Marino talent. Even if they don't get starting game time in our squad, I'm going to send them off to play all around the world and hope that the cream can rise to the top. We genuinely might triple or quadruple the population of San Marino in this video. And if you're a Melbourne City player, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're going to be looking for a new club. I think this shows just how much of an uphill battle we have. The players coming in, we get our first scout report, we get 2 players, and they both look absolutely dreadful, but I'm promoting them to the senior team and the youth academy regardless. I at least want to be able to get some games played, not forfeit at all. So our first match as San Marino manager is here, and we have to forfeit because we have 3 players in the whole database that can play for the national team. Let's see if we have enough for a starting 11 come our next game. But for now, this European qualifier is going to be a forfeit. All right, fellas, we've finally got enough players to start playing games. Do I think any of these guys on the screen right now are going to be the answer? Not really. Where our highest rated player in the country of San Marino is what, 52 overall? 56 rated goalkeeper. Actually need to get Radu in that starting 11, but we can start playing games with San Marino. And I really want to start the progress towards getting that first win in 20 years. One of the main reasons I chose Melbourne City is because of the amount of money we could spend on building out the infrastructure. Through selling players, we've got 17 million pounds. I am recalling Lewis Reed, and I'm going to fire him when he gets back. But we're going to go in here and sign the New Zealand scout, Dylan Hilton, 3.4 million pounds, 5-star, 5-star. And we're sending him to San Marino. Hopefully we can get somebody that's at least in the 60s. It's time, lads. We have our first international friendly as San Marino boss. We've got a squad. And it's ironic that we're taking on Italy. In Italy, San Marino, if you didn't know, is inside of Italy. But here we go. Italy versus San Marino. Can we get our second win in country history? We managed to get a goal against Italy, but it is a loss. But the funny thing with this mod, fellas, is we had to replace an existing country in order to put San Marino and all of their kits and badge and tifos and all that fun stuff into the game. We decided to replace Romania. So a lot of the names due to the coding in the game are giving us Romanian names. We've got about 10 Radus, a couple of Comans, a couple of Tomas. We're getting a lot of brothers in here, which would make sense to be fair, considering there's only 33,000 people in the country, but I am finding it hilarious nonetheless. Friendly, away in Sweden. Come on, fellas, at least get a draw, get something. It's a 4-1 loss. I know these are only friendlies, but it's about making steps in the right direction. We've finally had a breakthrough, at least my version of a breakthrough, a player that's got half decent potential. Anton Grigor has potential that is above the 70 mark, so I need to get this guy into a stud. The leading goal scorer in San Marino history has 8 goals. The bar is in hell. Anton Grigor, I'm getting his skill moves and weak foot up. We need to turn him into a stud of a striker. Let's put him on poacher for now, actually. Get those shooting stats up and get him immediately into the senior team. And I'm not leaving any stone unturned in terms of our Melbourne City and development cycles. I'm getting the best available coaches in. Going to be keeping an eye on them and sparing no expense when a good coach pops up. Right now, this is the best we can do, but I want to have 5-star on every position with all the stars being hit, because this truly feels like a race against the clock if we want to get this complete within the 15 years that you get for career mode. There is absolutely no let up for these international friendlies. I'm hoping we can get like a small nation to verse us just to even have a chance of getting that first win. Instead, we've got another friendly. This time it's against Belgium, and we get a draw. We get a draw against Belgium. The 9th draw in San Marino history. I mean, it looks like Belgium have fielded an absolute joke of a squad right here, but I don't care. We get a draw. Also, we've got certain players here with Melbourne City that are wanting transfers. If one of the players comes to us from San Marino and wants out, I am immediately accepting and sending them off. I have no time to waste on players that don't want to be in this project. And in my opinion, it actually works out better for us if players leave. Like, I might do a squad clear out every year to cut the fat and just keep good prospects coming in and spread San Marino talent to every corner of the world. Eventually the cream will rise to the top. It's our first home game as San Marino manager. Can we make our small nation a fortress? We've got Morocco heading here. Come on, lads. Come on, San Marino. I expect nothing, but we get another draw. The 50 rated players, again, they are rocking terrible players, but we get a draw against Morocco. This is a really good sign. Hellas Verona. They ain't no scrubs. They're coming in for one of the players that we scouted, so hopefully we can keep the name George Christa on top of our mind. Again, I don't care if other clubs come in and take players away from Melbourne City. This is for the greater good of San Marino. Spread the seed. That will never not feel weird to say. I'm not going to be keeping you guys up to date with the progress in the A-League, but I just thought this was quite funny. Melbourne City, one of the best teams in the past few years in the A-League. We got dead last with them. We got the wooden spoon, and I'm pretty sure those 2 wins we did get came when we still had a lot of our default players like Tilio and Good. Nobody really standing out though. Nobody really getting a full season under their belt, to be honest. I don't know what to expect with the future of San Marino. All right, fellas, we're here kicking off season 2, and I'm a man of my word. I've decided to do this. I have transfer listed every single player in our squad. I am getting attached to nobody. In previous videos when I've tried to rebuild nations, it's bit me in the ass to get attached to certain players. This year, I'm giving you 1 year in the squad. Get your skill moves up, start the process, and send you off. You will either sink or swim. I'm just trying to churn out as many San Marino players in search of that second win in nation history. There are certain players though that I've sold that I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on. Reyes Roman is one of them. £1.6 million to start Bucharest. I wasn't lying, fellas. We have absolutely nuked a lot of this squad. Some of these players I'm really excited to see where they are in 5-10 years. Some of them I don't have high hopes for, but we are going to see how the San Marino national team will evolve. From a national team point of view this year, it says international friendlies, but I've heard rumors that the game is glitched out this year and these are actually World Cup qualifiers. So I'm going to be treating them as if they are. To be fair, every game feels like the World Cup final when you're San Marino. A win would feel like winning the World Cup. We've got Sweden at home. Come on, fellas. Will this be the time? Will this be the time? No, it won't. Maybe it will against the Czech Republic. Come on. Come on, San Marino. Fight. We scored 2 goals though, which is really good for us, but 5-2. Something tells me we won't be going to the World Cup. We are starting to see some players slowly pushing through and getting to the 60s and hopefully eventually the 70s. Reyes Roman looking like the best San Marino prospect at the moment. Can he be the man to help get San Marino their first goal? Could he be the new record goal scorer in San Marino football? We've got Hungary. We're at home. We're hungry for a win, but we're going to stay starved. Away against Croatia. Come on, San Marino. Come on, San Marino. Oh my God, we got close to at least a draw. I'm going into every game with peak optimism, but so far that hasn't been repaid. We still have a long way to go. The Minnow Nation of San Marino are traveling to Wembley Stadium to take on England. This would be insane. You can slowly see some of the overalls starting to go up here on the San Marino national team. Can we shock the world? We get 2 goals, but again, it is another loss. And now we've got the multiple World Cup winners in France, one of the favorites to win the Euros this coming year and win the World Cup next year or 2 years in America. We've got France. Can we beat Mbappe? We get our first win! Oh my God! San Marino's first win in 20 years is against France. Who did they have in their side? They had Mbappe, a few rotational players, but they had Mbappe, Camavinga, Upamecano. Oh my God. San Marino get their second win in nation history against France. We are so back. That is surely just inspired a whole nation and shocked the world. Lads, I don't think you understand just how many players I've been bringing in and releasing. We have got 37 pages of players right now. This video is probably like 10 minutes into it right now. I've been recording for hours, constantly signing players and just sending them straight away, either out on loan, releasing them, transferring them, or keeping him in our squad. Every position, every sort of player you could imagine, we are bringing them into the San Marino system. The people of San Marino, they are smashing to make this happen. Smashing at exorbitant rates. Our final fixtures for this second season are coming up though. Mexico, they heard the buzz. They want to see what we're all about. Can we make it 2 wins in a row? Which would be crazy. We're going to have to rely on our big name players. We get 2 wins in a row. What is going on? What is going on? We have got our 3rd win in the history of San Marino, and it's the first time in history San Marino have had 2 wins in a row. Can we make it 3 in a row against Wales? We're traveling away to Cardiff. Can we do it with San Marino? No, we can't. The streak is over, but the fact we had a streak to begin with is incredible. There are rumors of us getting sacked. There's dressing room unrest here at Melbourne City. Normally, I'd be doing whatever it takes to save my job, but I'm actually not too upset if we get sacked. I would love to keep the full San Marino squad at Melbourne City and then build it out somewhere else. So just in case that happens, I'm promoting as many players as we can to the senior team so that we can get as many players back into circulation. Watch this space though, fellas. There it is. 3 days after I brought it up. 3 days. I have that intuition. We've been sacked at Melbourne City. I mean, I don't blame them. We were coming second last. So we're going to go to Adelaide United and build out the San Marino dynasty once again. We don't have as much money as we did at Melbourne City, so we're just only going to be able to we're going to get this guy here, Arthur Gilbert, and we're going to put basically all of our money into starting up this youth academy again. We do desperately need center midfielders though, so I'm scouting only center midfielders here for this part of the operation. No, that's actually Eden Forestier, Melbourne City's new manager, gets manager of the month, player of the month. Did any of our former? Okay, there it is. 2, that's good. 2 of the San Marino players have been nominated for player of the month. Our legacy lives on. Melbourne City did finish 10th though, but now we're focused on Adelaide. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we lost in the playoffs, but again, not too worried about that. So we've officially entered season 3 of this San Marino project. I wanted to give you guys a little look through on how the squad and the development is going. Of course, a lot of the players in this squad were originally a part of our youth academy, but we've shipped them off nice and quickly to fly on their own, and things are coming along nicely. Obviously, there is a long way to go, but there is some big name players starting to prove their worth. I mean, the Rollman family are dominating San Marino football at the moment. There's about 4 or 5 families in this country that are producing all of the talent, and I'm hoping we can see a big amount of those rewards starting to be reaped this season. And we are officially a 2-star nation. Come on. We're into the friendlies though for season number 3. I'm excited to have some competitive games. I assume that these don't mean anything. They are friendlies, but they wouldn't help us qualify for a World Cup either. Regardless though, I want to see how we start this season. I'll probably stop watching the friendlies after this one, and we are back to being crap. I'm annoyed I missed this guy when he initially came around, but Iosif Bakir has been picked up by Eintracht Frankfurt. I am hoping that he can be our center midfield answer. Again, I'm just going to put it out there. We might never see this man's face again, but if we do, this is where he came from. Oh my God, we've been sacked by another club. Adelaide United have had enough with the San Marino project. It makes sense. Where are we off to next? I'm hoping it's honestly like Sydney FC or something, so I can destroy a club that I don't like at all. It's the Brisbane Roar. We've got to build this up at the Brisbane Roar now. Get those San Marino players in. I do want to check though, what's Melbourne City looking like now that we're a year and a half removed of being there? They've brought in some players they've brought in a Frenchman, but there is still a lot of San Marino players, some decent ones as well, in this squad. And they developed them pretty nicely at the moment. So I'm proud of you, Melbourne City. Thank you for keeping our legacy somewhat alive. Hold the phone, lads. Hold the bloody phone. We all know that EAFC 24 can be quite dodgy when it comes to the World Cup and internationals. By putting San Marino into the ID of Romania, it has qualified us automatically for the 2026 World Cup. So we're going to the World Cup in North America this year, and our group is a tough one. France, we know we can beat them. Croatia, we know we can lose to them. And New Zealand. Can we win a World Cup with San Marino? That is our objective. So as we get ready for the World Cup, I know I showed you guys the squad from earlier in the year, but this is the development. Now that we're heading to the World Cup, a couple of players like Bakir getting ready for the World Cup, getting into the squad. Lungu is joining the team as well. The Roman family absolutely dominating the offense though. How are we going to go in this 2026 World Cup with San Marino? San Marino's first ever competitive tournament. They have never made the Euros. They have never made the World Cup. Can we shock the world? First group stage game against France in America is a draw. It is a draw here against France. We cannot beat many teams, but we seem to have something on the French that nobody has figured out. We're alive and kicking in this World Cup, lads. We've got Croatia. If we can get a result here, even a draw, we will have everything to fight for in that last game against New Zealand, and we get absolutely thumped. All right, that's taken my confidence down a peg. So as we get ready for our final game against New Zealand, we need a win. We need a pretty decently sized win as well, and we need Croatia to do us a favor and beat France. Is our 2026 World Cup journey going to come to an end here against New Zealand? We manage in their league against the All Whites. We get a draw. We get a draw in the 88th minute. It's not going to be enough to get us out of the groups, but my God, I am proud of our 2026 World Cup campaign. And with a third place finish in our group, our goal, we now turn our sights to making ourselves super competitive for both 2030, 2034, 2038, and beyond. Wait. Hold the phone, lads. Hold the phone. Of course, we finished third, but because of the new rules, I think they've got them implemented. We finished third in our group, but we qualified for the round of 16. We're versing the Ukraine. Where did they finish? They come second. They topped Group C. Italy got 0 points. Somehow, we're into the round of 16 against the Ukraine. This World Cup dream is still alive as a third place qualifier. I'm so surprised we got through just by 2 points. The dream is still alive here in 2026. It's further than we expected. The Ukraine in the knockout rounds. We win on penalties. Oh my God, we've won on penalties. We have won on penalties. San Marino is into the World Cup quarterfinals. We have had 3 draws, but we've won on penalties. I cannot believe that we are into the quarterfinals here in our first World Cup. We haven't won a game in the World Cup, and we're taking on Portugal in the quarterfinals. Portugal won the Euros in 2016 by doing something similar. Can we follow their lead? Oh my God, here goes nothing, lads. World Cup quarterfinals. World Cup quarterfinals. Oh my God. Oh, we're out. I mean, this is further than I expected. I thought we were going home. I already had my bags packed, but João Cancelo has ruined our Cinderella story here in 2026. An 89th minute winner there for Portugal. Quite ironically, a team that we know how to beat in France. France have gone on and won the World Cup. Another player that we're going to sign up here, only 15 years of age. We're getting things set up again at our third club in the Brisbane Roar. Trying to turn the A-League into the San Marino League. But Costel Radu, £2.3 million of value, 82 to 94 potential, signing him up straight away. He's an attacking midfield, 66 overall. Yeah, we need to harness this dude and turn him into a superstar. He would just about make our squad at this point. Our attention with San Marino right now, though, fellas, turns to the Euros. Can we qualify for Euro 2028? We've got France, Portugal, Iceland, and Wales in our qualifying group. This is not a walk in the park, but it would be massive if we could qualify. Not going to show you every result because the World Cup is our main focus, but I'll show you the qualifying group once it's all played out. Our operation's starting to fire up, though, here with the Brisbane Roar, getting the foundations again, getting some good players in. We desperately need to get some players in certain positions, though, for the future of San Marino. But again, I'm just going to keep that operating in the background and keep things churning over. Sell players, send players away, bring in a whole new crop, just like I have been. I want there to be like 600 pages of players to choose from. It's time though, fellas. Coster Radu. We can promote him. He's turned 16. I'm going to promote him to the Brisbane Roar senior team. Play him for the last few months of this season, and then probably try to move him on next year and see if we can get a big club to continue his progress. But we will not be going to Euro 2028, lads. Our attention turns fully to the World Cup in 2030. It was going to be a tough job to get out of this group anyways. 2 spots, France and Portugal take them. We finish in 4th, so we got 2 wins, which, given the history of San Marino, is bloody incredible. But it is not enough to get us there. Let's turn our focus to developing a golden generation in the next 2 years, continue to harness it for the 2030 World Cup. But we're here in the January transfer window, lads. Costello Radu has had a year at the Brisbane Roar. We've got a lot of his base stats up, his skill moves, weak foot, all that jazz. But now we're sending him off for the next stage of his career. Pisa, he's your responsibility. Please turn him into a star. So here we are, lads. The 2030 World Cup. We're about to submit our official squad here for San Marino's 2nd ever World Cup. I'm going to take you through it. We've got a lot of growth to the squad still out there. I might honestly consider in the future, if not for this World Cup, converting to a 3-back formation, because we're getting center backs in, but we are struggling with right backs and left backs. Marin is the key man here. Petre Marin is the key man for San Marino football. We've got strikers coming out the wazoo. We're going to score goals, but my God, we might concede them. Hopefully Roman can keep some clean sheets. But most importantly, we are searching for that first win in a World Cup. We made it to the quarterfinals in 26, but they were all draws. We just cannot escape France, can we? Our group is a little more, it's still tough. Morocco's tough, Hungary's tough, but we've faced all these teams before. Can we get ourselves back to the knockout rounds here? A lot more expectation compared to 2026. The first game of San Marino's 2026 World Cup campaign. We've got Hungary. We need to get ourselves off to a strong start in the tournament, which we do. Marin is gonna fire us into San Marino's first win in a World Cup. We won a game in the round of 16 last year, but last World Cup, but that was a penalty shootout. This is a straight out win in 90 minutes. San Marino have beaten Hungary. What a start. I'm going to be feeling 10 times more confident and excited about the future here if we can take down Morocco. Having France as our final game is quite terrifying, but can we get ourselves almost a guaranteed spot in the knockout rounds? No, we do not. A point would have been invaluable, but instead Adli is more than likely going to force this to the final day. Currently, we're going to the next round of the World Cup. We need Hungary to do us a favor though, but by not too much, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a situation where we get through. We might get through on the 3rd place again, but I would love to go in the top 2. No point doing the math. Let's just get out there and take on France. We've already beaten them once in a friendly. Can we do it in the World Cup? Can we? No, we can't. France come from behind, and our fate is no longer in our own hands. Oh, it doesn't even show the other one. We dropped down to 3rd. Morocco have beaten Hungary. Are we going to get through in the 3rd place to the round of 16 again? Yes, we are. We're in the exact same position as we were in 2026, but this year we have Croatia. It's kind of worked out better going through the way we have, because instead of versing England like Morocco are, we've got Croatia. And France went out to the Czech Republic. Qatar took out the Netherlands. This tournament's wide open. Come on, San Marino. Are we going to keep our hopes alive in 2030, or will we have to wait until 2034 for our next opportunity? We are gone. Oh my God. We've lost again here in the knockout rounds. We've done worse than 2026. Maya fires Croatia into the quarterfinals in the 82nd minute. We blew another lead. That is not good. The dream to make San Marino the world's best nation, we're going to have to keep pushing on here. And it was Spain who eliminated Italy to win the 2030 World Cup. Czech Republic made it to 3rd place. But yeah, Croatia made it to the quarterfinals, but round of 16 for us again. It's time to try building out the positions we need help at. I'm going to continue building out the youth academy, trying to develop talents, and I think I'm going to fully embrace this 3 at the back formation moving forward, unless we get some crazy left back or right back prospect. Again, I would also love if we could actually qualify for the Euros. But again, I don't know if we can get past Belgium or Portugal. We can get past these mid-tier European and global teams now, but the big dogs still causing us so many troubles. We missed out on qualification by 4 points. We're not going to go to the Euros in 2032. And instead, we need to get ourselves up with the big boys. We've got 2 years to do that. We're going to the World Cup in 2034. Thank God we don't have to qualify for that. But man, we need to get over the hump of the Belgiums, the Portugals, the Frances of the world. No Euro 2032 for San Marino, despite having some absolute superstars. And the thing is, a lot of the players that we got in the early seasons are in their mid to late 20s now. You've got Roman, who's 25, but then you've also got a younger generation who are slightly younger at 22 here in Busur. So I'm hoping these guys are going to be primed. Our golden generation in San Marino are going to be primed for the 2034 World Cup. I'm also wondering if any superstars are going to emerge before it. This is our 11th year of Project San Marino, and the team has peaked. The 2034 World Cup. Take a look at this squad. Our foundations and our strategy looks like it is working. The Roman goalkeeper brothers have been battling it out, but Eugene is now our #1 shot stopper. We're going to stick with the 3 at the back formation despite Radu being 85. There's just no good right backs despite me trying to develop them. But our midfield, our attack is absolutely stacked. Marino, he was good at the last World Cup. He was, 86 at the last World Cup? He's now 95 overall. Dynamic player potential has sent him to the moon. I need to check where he's playing his club football at the moment, but just sending players out. I mean, we've got 38 pages worth of players. It's unbelievable what we've done with this team and what we've done with this nation. But can we step up on the biggest stage? We've made the knockout rounds every time in the World Cup, but I want to top the group. I don't want to get 3rd place and sneak in. I want us to prove that San Marino are now the best nation in the world. Marino's at Monaco. Look at those stats. 99s everywhere. 25 years of age. My God, man. Group C for the World Cup this year. Our 3rd World Cup. And I would say that this is probably our best chance possible. Finland, Belgium, Ghana. Belgium's going to be the big test. They finished just above us in Euros qualification 2 years ago, 3 years ago at this point. Have we caught up to them? Are we going to be better than them? That's a huge test. Match day #1 against Finland. We need to win this game, lads. We need to come out and get 3 points on the board. We haven't won many games in the World Cup in our history. We need to change that this year. And we come out with what might just be the biggest win in San Marino footballing history. I mean, coming into this, the biggest win, the only win that San Marino's had is a 1-0 win against Liechtenstein in 2004. But here we are, 3-0 winners against Finland in the 2034 World Cup. This is where we started to unravel in 2030. Our second game. If we win here, we're just about through to the knockout rounds, and that will take a lot of pressure off the Belgium game. We're against Ghana. Here we go against the African nation, and it is a 2-2 draw. This is going to be really interesting as we check out the table in the group stages to see just what sort of a scenario we're looking at heading into this final game against Belgium. A draw gets us through. If Ghana win, then it's going to be if Ghana win and we lose, we're going to have to hope that they win by 1 goal and we lose by 1 goal. We cannot afford to go out in the group stages here. I would love, though, Belgium haven't even conceded a goal all tournament. I would love for us to beat Belgium. That would give us massive confidence. San Marino versus Belgium. A game that, if it happened in present day, would be an absolute demolition job. Right now, though, this is even keel. This would confirm our spot in the knockout rounds. We lose 2-1. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please, Finland, just draw or beat Ghana. Ghana won. Oh no. Oh yes, we go through on goal difference. We go through on goal difference. It's exactly what we called. We lose by 1. Ghana win by 1. We're going to the round of 16. All right, I assume Ghana probably will as well, to be fair. World Cup round of 16 time. We are versing Ireland. It's a country we know well from previous videos. France and Ghana. And then Belgium have the Czech Republic, but we have Ireland. Let's go see how we go against the Irish. Two nations desperate for World Cup football. San Marino versus Ireland. Round of 16. Here in 2034, and we win it 3-0. That is a huge confidence booster. Come on, lads. We dominate the Irish, and we're back to our best spot in international history. We're into the quarterfinals. Oh no, lads. Here in the quarterfinals, we've got France. They've won. Oh, this is terrifying. We know we can beat France. We've beaten them in the past, but in the World Cup quarterfinals, they're going to be a different animal. Here we go, lads. I'm nervous, but I'm also pumped. If we can take down France, imagine the statement that is going to make to the world. Can we show that San Marino, this crazy project, has all been worth it? Quarterfinals, 2-1! Come on! Marin is going to score. We've got so many Marins that I don't know if it's a brace or if it's the midfielders or if it's the strikers, but the Marin family are carrying San Marino football. We're here, and get used to it, lads. We've taken down France and we're into the Final Four of the 2034 World Cup. And now we have a date with the Spanish. They made the World Cup final in 2030. They made it back in 2010, but are they going to get here in 2034? Also, England versus Germany in the semi-finals is a huge matchup. But we're not worried about England and Germany. We're worried about San Marino and Spain for a spot in the World Cup final with the world's worst team. Can we get there? Yes, we do. We've done it with ease. We don't concede a goal. Ladies and gentlemen, you're probably never going to hear this sentence again in your life, but San Marino are heading to a World Cup final. And in this World Cup final, we're versing Germany. It's quite ironic because the biggest loss San Marino has ever copped was against Germany, where they lost 13-0 in real life. So this would be the ultimate end to the story if we can win a World Cup final against them. This nation has gone from minnow to insane. We have one of the world's best players, the Marin family, the Radu family, the Roman family. There's a handful of families that have been breeding like rabbits and have lifted up San Marino football. But can we finish it off? Can we win the World Cup? Use the 3 at the back formation to our advantage. Kill them on the counter. Early ball. What a slide there from them. Bruna. Oh, what this? This is a defensive masterclass so far. Can we make it a counter-attacking one? That's a great ball. Marin's onside. Come on, be smart, Jared. Get the sweaty goal. Look at the pace. Look at the run. Oh, the Marin brothers connection is stepping up in the clutch. This has been such a fun game. Opening 23 minutes. It's end to end, but we strike first. San Marino take the lead in the World Cup final. Come on, let's come out of the gates firing here. See the overlap. Good stuff. That's exactly what we're after. Radu, ball in, floats it perfectly. We can't get the header though. Oh, Musiala, they've got us on the counter here. This is the concern about paying a 3 at the back. Just got to be smart here. They're playing it around. Klein goes back to Jamal. Jamal to Weber. Good block. We've held that off brilliantly. Corner though for the Germans. It's going to be Klein going here to Weber. Oh, I've overcommitted there. They've laid it back. Oh my God. Oh, he's offside. Oh my God. I almost had a heart attack. The deflection almost destroyed us, but Weber was offside. We'll take that. We're almost lucky we got that block as well because they had that man open at the back post, which they were trying to find. That is lucky. Feed it. Come on. This is where we've been good. Radu, they're overcommitted and we've got the little bit of an advantage now. Radu makes it 2. The defender got stuck in 2 minds. That gave us the space, and Radu does not miss. San Marino, 2-goal lead with half an hour remaining in this World Cup final. Are we actually going to do it? I'm just holding possession. I don't care about getting another goal because San Marino are world champions. What an adventure. What a journey it has been. San Marino. We started off with this nation only having players in the 30 overalls in the starting 11. Fast forward now to 2034, 11 years after we took control, and the Minnow Nation, ranked 260 in the world, that had won 1 game in the nation's history, are now champions of the world. Our strategy has paid dividends, and San Marino now holds the World Cup trophy. Wow. Lads, if you enjoyed this insane video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.